Friends and fans, hello again, and welcome back to Wargame Red Dragon. It's yours truly versus the computer again, continuing on with some more interesting testing now, rather than just testing out decks. I thought we'd do an AiR-only deck. Well, I should be a little bit more truthful. There's a few more things in it than just AiR, but it is AiR and anti-AiR as well. We have the new American Patriot missile system as well, which carries 4 missiles, 5,600 meter range, and 70% accuracy at 120 points. That is a big girl. We also have Vulcans and Pips against the Soviet Union that's equipped with somewhat of a similar deck. I have the Vulcans here, by the way, mostly for defense. I've given the enemy those I can't exactly remember the ZPZUs. Anyway, just to make sure they don't rush me with those, I'm going to set up Vulcans in a defensive position, and we'll see exactly how our planes do against the other planes here. And I have some logistics vehicles as well, like the command there that you see, but no real intent on using that. So, by the way, no supply trucks either, so once those Patriots fire, hopefully they hit their target, because that's going to be the end of them. We'll go ahead and we'll encase our command vehicle in Vulcans, and we'll set up some Patriots as well. We may as well put 2 back here and see what happens. We're going to keep them well defended as well. Alright, so if you enjoy this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend, and we'll begin the show. Get ready for the air show. It's going to be great. Raven as well for seed to take care of enemy AA, and that should be it. No need really for an extra command, I would say. It's probably just going to get smashed by the enemy. But let us begin, and let's see what happens. Alright, so we'll start by calling out let's call out our Block 52 first to do a little sneaking and peeking around enemy positions. The F-16C Block 5-2 here has infrared missiles and radar missiles. It is a total of 160 points, 60% accuracy on both missiles, and 40% accuracy on the M61A1 Vulcan. One missile is fire and forget, as well as the other, the AMRAAM, is a radar-guided missile, and the AIM-9 is a fire and forget infrared. Going to see if we can provoke the Soviets into crossing the border here in this fictional land that we've created, and it looks like they're calling out a little stinker, the PU. Let's see if we can engage him. We're going to flip around here quickly, and it looks like the PU's getting a shot off and a hit and a destruction there. Oh, but he didn't get away clean. He did get hit himself. Evac ordered. We're going to go ahead and retaliate with 2 F-15Cs. We also have on station some F-4J Phantom 2s, which are also air superiority, but just of a later generation. F-15Cs are very fast. These planes are real good strikers. Yak-141 coming out. We're going to try to double stuff them here. MiG-31 is out as well. We're going to call out a Raven just to go on a little gun run there. 140 points from that. MiG-31 taking out that other Eagle. Enemy up to 330 points. Ooh, and look at that. It was MiG Alley, or Sam Alley there, as the enemy AA opens up. Oh, but look at that. Patriots engaging from a crazy distance. 85 points there on 2 destroyed enemy seed, and the Raven actually making it out with just barely any life left in it. We'll have those Phantoms flip around. Enemy ahead by about 200 points. Looks like they just shot at one of the Phantoms, perhaps? Yes, and they did hit it. There comes those ZPs. Oh, and they're bringing up over a UAZ. Okay. Alright, anyway, that's why we did bring up those Vulcans to start with. We'll have to wait until we can retaliate with some more aircraft, and those Patriots did fire 2 missiles, and I believe one of them did hit. They do cause, the Patriot system does cause a total of 9 HE power with 360 suppression. The MIM-10-4C, the 104C radar-guided missile as well. This is the perfect target for seed, and also the perfect weapon to defend against any sort of high-tech enemy weapon system that's in the air. I suppose those PUs could be taken down by it easy, and you can kind of see their range of fire extends to about, I would say, somewhere into the center of the city. Our Phantoms are almost repaired, and we'll go ahead and call out some more Vulcans just to make sure we can defend our position. I'm not sure if they're going to come with a huge amount of those aircraft again, or ZPZUs. So we'll call out our Phantoms then, again on the left. This is very much like ALB. In fact, it's almost like I should have experimented more in ALB and in this game with this type of game mode. It really helps you to improve your reaction time, and this does let you set up the perfect scenarios rather than just playing against a friend and having them set up a deck and discussing it all. You can basically, again, test your decks out and aircraft, and so this helps you anytime there's a change in the game or you want to test out the Patriot before you battle test it in an actual game. You can bring it out here. Both Phantoms stun now as they're hit by a missile, and we'll recall them again. Charlie now captured by the enemy. Has tons of points, but for no real reason. So they actually do control Alpha, Charlie, and Bravo now. We're just holding Golf with our Vulcans all around in defense, and again, we're probably going to not need any more missiles. I'm assuming the Patriots will be just fine, but I'm actually really, since playing the campaign, which I beat it, by the way, spoiler alerts, I win. Yeah, but I guess it's not really a spoiler, because when you play that kind of campaign, you get used to fighting against the computer, and the computer in that game, or in the campaign, is much different than the computer here, which is also much different than in a multiplayer game. And so if you're kind of prepared on all three fronts, you're really almost ready for anything, and it also adjusts your playstyle, which some of the enemies out there who are real in the real world in multiplayer may not be ready for in the slightest. As you can see, a Raven takes quite a long time to repair as well, and luckily, since we're in the single player mode, we can just go ahead and speed that up. So this is Wonsan Harbor, by the way, and this is a really good map for both air and sea and land battles. In fact, it's almost as if there's like a new game they could make called Air Land Sea Battle, but of course we already have Air Land Battle, and we also have Red Dragon, so no need to do that. But anyway, this map is a big favorite too, by the way, though I've never really had any large naval landings or really any big sea battles. Usually what happens is one force will get its navy out and sit in the harbor somewhere too. So it would be a great map for naval ASM planes, or even seed planes, really, to go all the way around to kill enemy AA. Speaking of seed, our Raven is ready, and boy, is he coming out fast on that very fast mode. Let's slow him back down to normal. He's out on the patrol. It looks like the enemy's pissed off, called out a Raven, and it looks like the Raven's dead, or they called out 27s on the Raven. Patriots are ready to retaliate. No hits, just a little discouragement against the enemy. MiG-31 and Su-27 there. Again, the Soviets very powerful when it comes to tanks and airplanes. Their infantry is better in numbers, but their aircraft and their ships, I guess when it comes to the best of the best, they do have it. But it seems the United States, by the way, it's the United States versus the Soviets. The United States has a good high-end amount of stuff, but the Soviets have a good low-end and a great high-end amount of equipment. It's almost like playing the Zerg. There's either a rush at the beginning of a lot of low-level stuff, or not until the end does most of the expensive stuff come to try to really cut through you. Now, the enemy is ahead again, not to be surprised. One, it's the computer. Two, it's the Soviets, and three, I think they actually have more elite units than we do. I'm not sure of what the ranks on. These both, of course, are elite units, but our Phantom 2 can retreat. Now what we're going to try to do this time around is do a good old lure and skewer, and we're going to call out, I'm tired of getting my butt beat in the air, so we'll beat them on the ground by using some of our better AA. So we'll wait until both of these Phantoms are repaired, and we'll try to see if we can do a lure and skewer on them. By the way, this Phantom has a ECM of 20%, unlike the other ones, which were basically the best of the best, and still they weren't able to avoid those Soviet missiles. So let's go ahead and call out the Phantoms and see if we can get close enough. And we're going to slow it down. Phantoms, MiG-31's engaging. Missiles are away. Okay, let's go all the way down to bullet time. Phantom barely escaping a missile. Holy crap, look at that. Was that a hit? That actually flew right over the wing. And it looks like, oh, or did it get hit? Did it get hit? There's an alert going off. One of them did get hit. Second missile coming in for the Phantom here in the front. Looks like it could be destroyed here in just a second. Another hit on it. It's shaken and it's down. F4J, the second one, is escaping now. No other missiles in sight behind him just yet. Looks like a few more coming. Time for the Patriots to wake up a little bit. Pip's ready. 180-point win there. Okay, well that's it for our aircraft, so it's time to do what we were fearing the enemy would do. Good old-fashioned European escalation style. We'll bring up our own Vulcans and see what we can do. Again, the enemy probably won't be able to attack these. These aren't even radar guided, so their seed is not going to be effective in the slightest. So now that we're out of planes, we kind of have a nice test of exactly what the Patriot missile system can do and what the planes in general can do as well. Now, I'm sure, obviously, there's many good tactics on taking out other planes, and a lot of those tactics do happen upon luck. It all comes down to a missile, whose missile hits first, at what range. Those are the things that are most important. I think we did see an enemy vehicle here. Looks like there's a buck parked right over here. We'll take that down, or we'll ask him politely to leave with bullets. All right. Su-27 actually going in on a gun run on the ground. All right, we'll look for command here. There we go. Well, if you can't beat him, kill him on the ground. We're actually taking losses with enemy units, by the way. Airplanes coming in and hitting us. We now actually are ahead in points. Oh, it looks like there's a UAZ coming through. Hello, beautiful. Goodbye. All right, and we'll continue on with our Vulcans. So I'm going to flip it around next time around. We'll switch those two decks. I quickly made them just to show off the best of both worlds. Not talking about trannies here. I'm talking about good old-fashioned aircraft and the best of the best for each faction for the United States and the Soviet Union. Two heavy hitters here when it comes to air, ground, land, sea, everything. And it looks like today the Soviets had a little bit of an advantage, but we were able to clean up with superior Vulcans. And I'm glad they didn't bring all their ZPTUs. They actually kept them behind. And we're going to go for that last command. These things have no fuel. I wonder if we're actually going to run out. Vulcans are about down to their last couple of drops of fuel, actually. Wow, they're actually able to kill them with those. Those, by the way, are 14.5 millimeter. And they might start cutting through more of our Vulcans. Again, the Soviets advanced with their faster AA, and their Bucks are very good as well. The Bucks are about the best they have. So down below, obviously it's time for some debate, as there's been a lot of debate on the forums. Does the Patriot stay? Does the Patriot go? Or is this just opening the door for the Soviets to get the S-3000 or any other type of maybe shoulder-launched AA? Do you think they should get some sort of better anti-aircraft, not anti-helicopter, but anti-aircraft weapon systems that are portable by man? Or should they get more stationary? What do you think? Should the enemy aircraft have better ECM or better flares then? Or what? You know, you're all the experts down below. Go ahead and make those comments. I think we're actually going to end up tying. I'm going to tie myself again. Some of you had said that like I'd lost pretty badly once against the computer, but funny thing is it was my own deck against myself, and really when you're in this, it's basically test mode, so really who cares? It doesn't chalk up as a win or a loss, so you're free to do what you want. And you're free to click that like, comment, and subscribe button, comment down below on all that stuff, and I would appreciate that. So let's go ahead and take a peek at the battle here, and let's go ahead and see. We did draw, and 52% of the kills, yada yada yada. 141 killed the Eagle. Raven killed a couple of Bucks. One Vulcan killed 3 commands. That's incredible. And losses go to, yeah, obviously they still had planes left towards the end. And even insult to injury by using one of the air superiority fighters to kill an AA unit. So it's always hilarious. So anyway, that was a ton of fun. Thank you for joining me. I will see you guys next time on the opposite side. Bring that cornucopia of pain. Keep your passwords and pimp hand strong. I'll see you. Bye.